We hear in today's readings, in the first reading from Maccabees, a great caution to not drift away from God and place our faith in other things than God. But in the gospel, there's a wonderful reminder in that man who is blind of how we are to cry out to God. With that in mind, I'd like you to imagine you're on a dusty road near Jericho, or perhaps it's a road near where you live. And on this road, you encounter a man who is blind and forced to beg, sitting in the shadows, ignored, or perhaps even forgotten by those around him. And suddenly the crowd stirs. Jesus of Nazareth is passing by. It changes everything. This man, though isolated by his blindness, doesn't hesitate. He doesn't overthink the situation. Instead, he cries out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Despite the crowd's rebukes to him, he shouts louder. His faith is unyielding. Jesus stops. He calls him near, and he asks, "What do you want me to do for you?" "Lord, let me see again," the man replies. And in that moment, Jesus acts and declares, "Your faith has saved you." Suddenly, the man's sight is restored, and he follows Jesus, praising God. My brothers and sisters, this story from Luke isn't just about a physical healing of the sight. It's a mirror into our souls. Like the blind man, at times we too sit by the roadside. At times we're blinded by sin, or perhaps doubt or indifference. And we didn't get there all at once. Rather, our spiritual eyes can grow dim from things like busyness or selfishness or fear. Much like the crowd that tried to silence the faith of that man. At times, we too can ignore the cries of help from those around us, from the poor or the suffering in our midst, even at times in our own families. Yet the good news is that Jesus always stops for the persistent heart. His mercy isn't earned. It is a gift for those of us who cry out in faith. As Pope Francis said to us, mercy is the light that pierces the darkness, inviting us to rise and to follow Jesus. Today, let's take a few moments of quiet to reflect, to see if we have any quote-unquote blind spots, resentments, addictions, neglected relationships. And if we do, then let us be like the man who approached Jesus, with the help of those directed by Jesus. And let us strip away whatever holds us back. In faith, let us cry out in our prayer, through going to confession and by doing acts of kindness. Let faith in Jesus heal us and our families, turning isolation into a joyful life of discipleship in Him. And as we approach the Eucharist at this Mass, those in our chapel and for those in spiritual communion online, may we echo that cry, "Lord, have mercy," letting this encounter transform us so that we too glorify God and praise Him with our lives, seeing more clearly the presence of Jesus and those that we are called to help in His name.